Alright, so in this video I'm going to go over how I did the scenery up front where the little hill is, right in front of the cars up against the fascia here that I painted brown. So I'm going to go over this area here, painted brown. And then the other thing we'll be talking about is putting sand between the tracks, like the old ballast, like as you see over here, with the glue, and what I used to do all these two projects. So these are the two projects I'm working on at the moment. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright then, folks, this is the sand I'm using for the rough ballast, where there's really no more ballast, that the tracks go into industry, so it's full of sand and rocks and dirt. I use this on the parking lot. I just sift it out a little bit and then I just put it down and glue it. Okay, so you can buy this at any building supply. I can't remember how much this is. My friend gave me this leftover that he had. He said, try it, see how you like it. I seem to like it, so instead of buying those bottles or canisters of dirt and stuff, a bag of 30K, I don't know what it costs, but it probably is cheaper than buying a whole bunch of those canisters of dirt or foliage or gravel for the layout. Okay, so I'll show you what I use this for. Alright, so I used it over here on the parking lot. I sifted it real fine, put it down, and then just put some glue down. First I watered it and then put glue down, and then I used it on the track over here in Grefco. Alright, now here it is. Once I sift it, it becomes like this stuff here, almost like a powder. Alright, and then I use water with a little bit of dish soap and Elmer glue 50-50 solution. So what I do is first I spray it down with this, and then I soak it down with the Elmer glue, let it sit for 24 hours, and it becomes rock hard. Alright, so that's project number one that I'm working on. And the other project, like I said, is this stuff over here along the edges. Excuse me. So this is already painted. All I use to paint is just acrylic paint, brown. You can pick this up anywhere, dollar store, Michael's. Alright, add some water to it. And so first I do is I've got some cardboard underneath here to bring it up a little bit. Then I take plain paper towel, make a solution of plaster, and then soak the paper towel in that, and then lay it down. Then after, as the plaster gets hardened, I just take a brush, take the plaster and just brush it on here to give it a fairly nice surface to work with. Alright, and then I just paint it after. Oh, this is some caulking over here that I've filled a hole. Just going to paint it over after. And then after I painted it, just going to put some foliage over it. Alright. Okay, so before we put the plaster down, I've cut some of these cardboard strips down to fit in here. So we're going to put some glue down, just regular Elmer glue, white glue. Just put it down where you're going to put the cardboard. This is just to give us a little bit of a raise in the scenery. Alright, so we put some glue down. And then the pre-cut strips, that just place it down. Like that. And then this one like so. So we just give this a little squeeze. Then if you want to bring this up a little higher, all you got to do is take another piece, cardboard, and just glue it on to give you a little bit of a higher elevation on the ground over here. Alright, so we did this all the way around here. Now we're going to let this sit for 24 hours. And then when we come back, we're going to mix some plaster up. And I already cut some paper towels that will fit over here. So we'll dip these into the plaster mix, water and plaster, and then put it down. Alright, so that'll be the next step. It's been a couple of days since I put this cardboard down with the glue, so they're set now. So now we're going to put these paper strips on it. So I got my plaster here ready. I didn't put too much because this will go hard real fast, so do a small amount and make it watery when you go to use it, because it will set real fast, and once it starts setting there's no turning back, and it's gonna go real quick, and then you can't do nothing with it. So make this watery, mix it up, do a small batch, and then dip the paper towel into it, and then place it on where you want it. Okay, so nice and watery. Okay, don't worry if you make it too watery, because it'll dry up real quick, like I said. Alright, so now we're going to take the paper towels and you soak both sides like that. Oh, I got a cut on my finger, so it's a little difficult. Alright, so now we put it up here. Put it down like that. Take the next piece. Soak it, both sides. So this paper towel is going to be really wet, and it's going to rip real easy, so try to take it easy. Don't pull on it too much. Just put it down like that. Just repeat the process. There we go. And once this plaster starts to set, you're going to take a brush and then just brush it onto the rest of it, what you just laid down, the paper towels. If you make a mess, it's okay. It's a messy job. It's already starting to get thicker. Pretty soon we're going to be brushing it. This one folded up on itself. So if I was doing a mountain scene, I would do one layer, let it dry fully for like a couple of days. Oh, this one's folded on itself again. And I would let it dry for a couple of days and paint some plaster on it, then let it dry again, and then I would do another layer of this paper mache, I guess. And this is really not working out too good here, so what I'm going to do, I think the papers are too thin, or they're not wide enough. There we go. that. Just take a small piece. I guess we'll use this piece here. And then just put it over here. Alright. As you can tell, the paper is all good now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush, because it's really starting to get thick now, and then just brush it on. Now as the plaster gets thicker, it'll be easier to work with. And if you want to build this up for more layers, go right ahead. Stop whenever you feel like it's enough. It's starting to get thick here on me. Alright, back over here. See if I can get one more piece out of here. Let's see if I can do this piece here. It's getting real thick. Oops. Okay. Again, just brush it on, just like painting. That's really thick. This is why you don't mix a big batch. As you notice, we've been only doing this for a couple of minutes, and this is really getting hard. Look at that. No more water. And pretty soon it'll be too hard to work with. Yeah, this is getting too hard to work with. So we're almost all out of plaster. And then just let it dry. Okay, so that's it. So that's how I do my scenery, mountains and hills. So that's all I do. Plaster and paper mache, I guess. This is the plaster that I used. Just mix it in a bowl like that with some water. Make it runny first, and then I just take a brush and I just brush from here and then onto the layout. Alright, plaster again. So those are the two projects that I'm working on at the moment. I haven't done anything else to the telephone poles. Again, there is the same thing that I used over here. A little bit of ballast and that sand goes a long ways. I did the parking lot back there with the sand. Alright, so those are the two things that I'm working on. Slowly but surely, progress on the layout. Alright, so now I'm going to wait for all this to dry. And then I'm going to be doing this part over here underneath the building there. And all this I'll be doing more ballast, like the mainline ballast. I'm going to cut this magnet in, glue it in, and then we can do more ballasting on the main line. So that's what I'm working on. Slowly but surely we'll be making progress and plugging away at it. Alright, so thanks for watching the video. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time on the layout. Thanks for watching.